Bonjour. Welcome to the latest episode of the Johnny R podcast. I'm your host, Johnny R, obviously. I come to you live from the shores of the beautiful Red Lake, the mighty Red Lake in northern Minnesota, the Red Lake Indian Reservation. You have to excuse me, my throat, my voice is just now coming back. I've been sick for the last 3-4 days. So I've been on some steroids and Benadryl for the last 3-4 days. I'm fighting hard, man. Okay, I'm not that bad, but I'm back. It's been a while since I've done this, so a lot's happened in the last 3-4 months. Well, actually, not really, nothing at all. The comedy career has almost come to a screeching halt. I had 2 gigs lined up. One was canceled on me because there's no money in the budget for the place I was supposed to go. I was supposed to be in Rapid City, South Dakota, and there was another one that where I continue to be the D.U.F.F of Native Comedy. Is that what it is? Yeah, D.U.F.F, the designated ugly fat friend of comedy. I got a job yanked from me, underneath me. So I got the email, said my price would be paid, and but that didn't work out. They gave it to somebody else in my hometown, in Red Lake, Minnesota. They didn't want a Red Laker. I'm not expensive. I just gotta put a price out there to negotiate, and they had none of it. Didn't want to negotiate, so they went right down the line without even telling me. Said my price was approved. Contract is on its way. I read the contract. Contract wasn't for me, so that's how it works, man. Hard to get hired around here. But I've done the youth conference. I've done the elders conference, and I thought I was gonna get the triple crown and get the wellness conference or whatever it was called, the Oshki Mudgy Tada program, but hikes. Missed out on this. But I got another one coming up in end of the month. It'll be at Mystic Lake Casino. I'll be performing for a conference from a tribe from Louisiana. They're having their conference up here, national conference. So hopefully it is going to work out. I'm waiting for the contract right now, and that shit will have my name on it. I know it. So that's good. It all works out. So whatever. But everything else, man, I've been kind of hanging out home, working the huge. Did some comedy shows. I remember last time I come on here, but I did the show with Tatanka Means and James Jones. Not James, Ernie. James wasn't there, so I closed out that show for them and kicked ass, and that was so much fun. When I get to let it all out, be the R-rated comedian that I am. I don't talk about, explicit things. It's just my language. It's not really. Though that night I did get a little explicit at the Northern Lights Casino in March, and those that were there know what I'm talking about. And I'm not supposed to use a mic that way while on stage, I suppose, but I felt like Andrew Dice Clay there for a while. That's how I got down. Well, not really, but it was just, I saw something and I ran with it, and it turned out pretty funny. So anything else? It seems like I've been in a slump lately. I went out to California after that and did the FNX comedy special, First Nations comedy experience. Got to go in there with Edie Gibson and Kane Holloway and Leah Mansfield. So it was a lot of fun, going out to California. Flew out there first class. because I figure, with all my adjustments I make when I fly, I might as well just pay another $70 to do it first class. So that was pretty cool. And the thing about flying first class is the food. You get free drink. Wow, do you get free drinks? Food? Yeah, never had that before, so that was pretty cool. I did that when I went to Dallas last year too, first class, and I think I just might fly first class every time. You know, that's my new thing. First class. I deserve it. Well, I don't deserve it, but it was a lot of fun being first class. And I was actually on the same flight as I don't know if you know the actor D.B. Sweeney. He's like one of the I don't know. I just recognized his face and I knew his name, but I don't remember what shows or movies he was in. He's like, I don't know if he's a character actor, but I was sitting a couple seats from him. Didn't bother him because I don't know how to act around people anyway, so I'll just left him alone. Just stared a lot. Did a lot of staring on the way there just to try and figure out who he was. And still don't know what he's been in, but that was yeah, California. Got down there on the Thursday. Performed that Friday. What did I do Friday? Oh yeah, Thursday I just wandered around LA. My rental car, I had a Chevy Impala picked out, but they gave me a 2018 Dodge Charger. And holy shit, that was fun. Can't wait to get one of those in 10 more years. But I cruised around all over LA. I can't say all over because the traffic sucked over there. Walked up and down the Sunset Strip. Walked by the Laugh Factory where I performed a few years ago. What's the other one? Comedy Store. Performed there. Well, at the Belly Room. Still a comedy store though. I sat in on a show over there, but I was so tired. The whole time I was there, my sleep schedule was off. The 2 hours throws me off. And when I first left, I think I talked about this before. I don't remember my last episode. So, anyway, it was a lot of fun. That was in March. April, what did I do? I don't think I did anything in April. But my set for the FNX, I don't know, I wasn't pleased with it. The last time I really enjoyed it being on stage was that show at Northern Lights with Tatanka and Ernie. That was so much fun. That's why I do comedy. The rush of feeling that crowd, and I just haven't been feeling it lately. I did a couple shows, and I didn't feel like they were my best. So I got a lot of making up to do for this June gig at the end of the month. So hopefully I get it back, because if I don't get it back, man, I'm considering stepping away for a while because it's just not there anymore. They're not hiring. I can't afford to go out on the road anymore, time-wise, money-wise. But I don't know. Big opportunity comes up, man. Who am I to say no? But other than that, I got the one in June, and then November Northern Lights again. I did that Northern Lights one in March for free, and I did so well they offered me a spot to come back again in November. So it's bad, man. I gotta go out and do free shows to give a little sample of the goods, and then they come back. Others come back and they want to hire me, which I did last year in Arizona, and they still haven't called back. Arizona, New Mexico, went out Twin Arrows for free. Then I got to go back out at Northern Edge where they paid me. So hopefully something pops up somewhere, because I'm 42 years old, man, and I can't really do this much longer. I got stuff to do with my life. I'm got a lot yet to accomplish. I think about my son's getting older now. People ask if I want him to get into comedy, and I'd say no. It's just too time consuming. You're gonna the thing about comedy is you're gonna fail more than you succeed early on. Even when you're established, you're still gonna fail. But it's something you have to be fully committed to, and I'd rather have him go get his education first, and maybe try this after he's educated, so he has something to fall back on. And that's what I should have did. But that time has passed. I am where I am now. Up and down at the job. It's kind of frustrating. It's stressful, and it just gets overwhelming sometimes. Seeing all these kids struggle, and I can't really. I really do what I can, but it's never going to be enough. There are times where I can reunite families, which is, the highlight of the job is reuniting families. But some families around here are just so I don't know. They got a long way to go. They have a lot of work to do, and it's sometimes too much for them to even to consider. So, but that's every day at my job. Trying to help the community, but we're in a crisis. I've talked about this many times. We're in a crisis, and we had our general election. Is that the primary election, whatever that is? Runoffs now for chairman, secretary, and treasurer, and most of the representative seats. And the thing about this election, it's getting out of hand. This is well, the last one is like that too, and I don't like it. I don't like where this is going. No matter who wins, it's not going to feel right. There's just too much, they're dividing the communities, They want to make it, I don't know, it's just too, there's a lot at stake, and we got whoever gets in there, we got a lot of work to do, man. I know it's not just the 11 elected officials. They're not going to save us. It has to be a community thing. We all have to come together. I know the drug problem is, the opioids and the overdoses and the drug busts. A lot of our kids see that, involved in it firsthand, and what can we say to them? There's not enough for everybody around. There's not enough jobs for everybody around here. We need to make drastic changes. Whether it be allow alcohol at our casinos in War Road and Thief River, or legalize marijuana for recreational use. We gotta do something fast. We gotta educate our people on how to function in life. I see a lot of people giving up, hiding from reality. That's the thing I see. People don't want to face reality. So they, hide in alcohol and drugs. Tough to see. I can feel that, man. There are times I get frustrated, and it's not just my family, we got a good life here, but it gets overwhelming. There are days where I want to go get drunk, forget it all. I can do that. I just need a drink, but I know where that's gonna go because it's gonna make it worse. I'm gonna feel like shit afterwards. I'm gonna be useless for the few days after it, and it's gonna get back, and then the what is that? The depression and the shame sets in. That's what I get after I'm hanging over. I get shame. I get depressed. I get angry. So I won't go there, even though I had a few. I didn't even get a decent. They didn't have a decent time. I don't even know why I go out. It's not even any fun anymore. I try to recapture my glory days of the '90s, where we could just go out and talk shit, goof off, and drink, and nobody does that anymore. Everybody has something to prove. It's just not fun anymore. Even though I still try to go out, and I'm just maybe it's not for me anymore. But I won't commit to quitting drinking because that just adds a lot of pressure. I'll just not do it and not tell anybody, because I am a busy man, at home and at work. I wanted to coach again this summer, but there's just no time. I barely have time to podcast. Barely have time for alone time with the wife. We go out every now and then, movie and dinner, and just wander around. We haven't done that in a while, and we're gonna try and do that this weekend. It just take time to ourselves, and I think that they call it self care. I think, or is that code for masturbating? Self care, masturbate? No, I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh, taking care of yourselves. Mental health days. I was gonna take those, but I ended up getting sick because I took some wrong meds. I took Excedrin migraines the other day because I had a throbbing headache, and I felt headache went away, but then I could feel my bottom of my eyelid start swelling up. I was like, oh shit, because I'm allergic to ibuprofen. I don't know what was. I looked at that Excedrin. It said there was no. It was aspirin, not acetaminophen, Tylenol, whatever that is. It wasn't ibuprofen, but there was something else in there. And then my eye started swelling up. The next thing you know, my other eye started swelling up. Then both eyes were swollen. Then I took some Benadryl, and that knocked me out for about 6-7 hours Sunday afternoon. And I got up and boom, both of my eyes were shut. I was so miserable. All I could do was lay in bed. I didn't want to scare the babies, so I went downstairs, the bedroom downstairs, all of Sunday, just about all of Monday. Well, I went to the hospital. What is today? I went to the hospital about 5:30 yesterday morning because I didn't want to go up to the hospital looking the way I did and with people there. And fortunately, there's only another patient there, and I was all swollen. And the doctor said, "Yeah, allergic reaction." I said, "Well, yeah, I know that." And he said, "Well, you take these steroids and Benadryl," and that's why I tried Benadryl already, and that just knocked me out and gave me nightmares. Have you ever had Benadryl nightmares? Well, they weren't really nightmares. They were just like situations that were, I don't know, situations I didn't want to be in my dreams. I was like, what the fuck? Man, those were weird. So I didn't take any more Benadryl, but I did take the steroids. I'm on my second day of those. I don't even know what those steroids are called. But all the swelling is just about done, just about down now. But this morning I woke up, I still had a little bit swelling left, but it's finally starting to come down. And then when I had the allergies, the allergic reaction, I started coughing really hard. Sunday evening, just about all day yesterday, and my voice started going out. So that's why I'm so raspy today. But that was my adventure. So whatever I did this weekend, I'm never gonna do again. I'm not gonna go out and have a few anymore. I'm not gonna. Usually, I tough out my illnesses until they become unbearable. So I I was just being a wuss. Took some Excedrin and effed me up for 3 days now, and so I'm never gonna do that again. Tough it out, which is I've been known as my wife gets upset with me because I don't have any health problems that require any medications. I'm short and I'm fat. I should be on some meds, but every time I go to check up or anything, they're just worried about my blood sugar because I'm at pre-diabetic number rate, but I've been like that for the last 12 years and nothing. Fortunately, I'm still not diabetic. I'm not as active as I used to be 10 years ago. Uh, I quit drinking pop in October, so that should help. And I quit eating candy bars 3 months ago. No, 2 months ago, April 3rd, my youngest son's birthday. I quit eating candy bars. But just because I quit eating candy bars doesn't mean I quit eating sweets. So baby steps, baby steps. What else did I quit? Well, that was it. My next thing is sugar and all the rest of the sweets. So, but I lost 6 pounds in the last month or so. So if I lose 6 pounds a month for the next 10 months, that's 60 pounds. But I'm still going to be fat. I'm still going to be obese. So baby steps, baby steps. But as for Red Lake, man, we got a lot of work to do. Daryl Seekey and Floyd Buck Jourdain going at it. I'm wondering if there's going to be any winners at the end of this election. I got Sam Strong and Darwin Sumner, Annette Johnson and Chad Prentice, who's my brother on my dad's side. And I ran off for treasurer. And there is I don't know what's going on with the Little Rock, because it was Adrian Bolio and Charlie Reynolds. Adrian Bolio got like 50.47% of the vote. And I always thought it was 50% of the vote plus one. But I don't know where I got that number from. And there were some people that was saying that he was giving it outright. And there's others saying it's a runoff. So, and the thing about living in Red Lake is they don't put out press releases. So we don't know what the hell's going on. Like last month or a couple months ago, we had a couple kids murdered within 2 weeks of each other. And I don't know. It's sad that it gets to this point, but it seems like when that first kid got murdered, they still didn't catch anybody, and we didn't have any press releases from the police or the tribal council, or there was a killer out there, and kids were going to prom, and we don't. It's like we're living in I don't know. There's just not enough information. You go on Facebook, people think they know it all and get all their facts twisted up, and nobody knows what's going on because, the people who are supposed to share information don't share that information. So we're all wondering who did what and are we safe? We got people kicking in doors, beating other people up, and ODs and car wrecks and car chases and murders and shootings, and this is Red Lake, Minnesota, man. We're slowly losing our civility. It's turning into the Wild West up here, man. And who's gonna save us? Daryl Seekey's not gonna save us. Floyd Buck Jourdain's not going to save us. It's got to be us that's got to save us. People that are sick of living like this. I live way in the woods, and I don't really, none of that really has made it my way yet. But it's just sadly, it feels like it's just a matter of time before it affects me and my family, and that's the scary part. And what are we gonna do? Something does happen. You just hope it doesn't get to that point. You hope something changes. There's so much that needs to be done. We gotta do something right now, but nobody has time. I don't have time. The only time I have is to try and raise my own kids, man. And I got 6 of them over here. Actually 8 with my own. My 2 youngest are still at home, and plus our foster kids, and got a lot of work to do. Got to make time. Coming together as a community, like butt cheeks. I don't know where I got that. I think that was from a Chappelle show skit. Oh yeah, the Ashy Larry one. You remember that one? I forgot what Eddie Griffin played on here, but he said that. Coming together like butt cheeks when I leave. That's all I got. I gotta go get my kids. Hopefully I have some more episodes coming up. Stay tuned. Same bat time, same bat channel, or whatever. I don't know. I don't give a shit.